So, folks, as we all know, Republicans don't believe that women should vote. Or rather, that's what a lot of them believe, but, they'll stop a little bit short of saying that and instead say something along the lines of, well, I don't know that I would vote for any female. And if you think that, hey, Jack, that sounds like a very specific thing to say, well, that is because it is coming out of the mouth of one Miley Biggs. Now, if you're like, what? Why? I don't know anything about this Miley Biggs. Why are you talking about her? Well, she's the daughter of Representative Andy Biggs, one of Donald Trump's biggest supporters in Congress.
My favorite Trek sport is Velocity, which is racquetball but with phasers.
That is a good Star Trek sport. However, you're not going to sidetrack me with your siren song of Star Trek lore. I'm not so easily swayed. Thank you for the $5 super chat, though. So Andy Biggs' daughter is quoted as saying, I want to get the full quote here. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if I would vote for any female. I don't know if females should be in office, Biggs told McCurdy and an unknown third person on the August 6th, 2024 episode of the Maddie McCurdy program, laughing about the extreme take. There are a lot of really good women in office. I'm not trying to hate on anyone, like some really good congresswomen. Yeah, I don't think women should hold office in general. That's my position. That's my stance. I think women should run the home. So, why is this important? Why does what one Republican, congressperson's daughter, well, why does what she think matters? Well, because hilariously, she is now running for office. She is in fact running for state senate. So that's cool. She has decided to run. She filed a few weeks ago. And Republicans, what are you doing? What are you doing? How can you on the one hand say women shouldn't hold political office and then you as a woman run for political office? What are you doing? See, I think this is indicative of the fact that we just live in an era where Republicans don't actually believe anything anymore. They don't actually care about anything other than accruing power that they themselves can use for their own gain. Like, I think that we have kind of gone beyond truth, beyond any kind of decency, beyond any kind of like cultural cohesion, and we have instead entered this era where nothing matters. Where to Republicans at the very least, nothing matters. You can say one thing on Monday, a different thing on Tuesday, and a third thing on Wednesday, and it all doesn't matter to the Republican base as long as they can latch onto one of those ideas as something that they like. And then they'll follow you like lemmings off a cliff. Because it doesn't matter what is true, it matters what they want. It matters what they like, how it makes them feel. And so, rather than adhering to any kind of ideological position, like, oh, say, I don't know, women shouldn't hold office, instead they are just willing to say, women shouldn't hold office, but I'm a woman and I'm going to run for office anyway. We are just in a post-reality world when it comes to Republicans. And like, how can you trust anything this person has to say, this Miley Biggs? How can you trust anything she says when she's going on podcasts? When was this? A year ago. And talking about how people like her shouldn't hold office.
Trad wives say they don't have jobs while editing, filming, and cultivating a lifestyle. They don't believe it, they want you to believe it.
It is just all a load of horse shit that Republicans at large seem to shovel in their mouth daily. And I don't get it. How can you not see the bloated forms of your mental world just colliding into itself? It's all lies. And they're happy to live with the lies as long as, well, It makes them feel good. That's it. It is the mentality of a cult. And I know that is said a lot and that is thrown around a lot, but I think that it's true. It is true that they simply cannot go outside their bubble and engage with reality. And they'll point fingers at people like me and say, you can't live with reality, while simultaneously ignoring science, ignoring the statements of their own elected officials or hopeful officials. They just don't care. I don't know. I guess I'm a fool for thinking maybe you should care. Maybe you should care enough to question the people you are voting for. Maybe you should care enough to discern what is true. Just give a shit about something. I don't know. Give it a try. Maybe it'll change your life. There we go. We did a thing. Their feelings do not care about facts except in an antagonistic way. If facts make their feelings feel bad, then those facts must be destroyed. That is true. It is an attempt to destroy a factual world. It's why you see the attacks in academia. It's why you see so many of the things that are happening right now. And yes, Mr. Anderson, exactly. The hypocrisy is a feature. It's not a bug. And I think Republicans long ago realized that their base just doesn't give a damn about what is true or not, you know? And they've just been running with that as far as they can in the name of furthering their own individual power. It's it.
Aldous Huxley was right.
Indeed.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, gaming, plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.